What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do an unboxing of the Soundpeats RunFree earbuds. Now these are of the open ear form factor. A huge shout out to Soundpeats for sending these over for an honest review. Really appreciate it. So you know how we do it here on RonOnTech when it comes to unboxings. So let's get to it. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do an unboxing of the Soundpeats RunFree earbuds. Now these are of the open ear form factor. A huge shout out to Soundpeats for sending these over for an honest review. Really appreciate it. So you know how we do it here on RonOnTech when it comes to unboxings. So let's get to it. All right, we're back in. We got the RunFrees by Soundpeats. And let's go ahead and talk price and specs. You can get these guys at $449.99 on Amazon.com. There is a early bird price of $34.99. That includes a 10% discount plus a 20% code. I will leave links in the description of that. That way you can get them at a cheaper price if you get them earlier. All right, I think they last to the end of September, but do not quote me on that. But like I said, I'll leave links in the description. As far as Bluetooth version, they rock Bluetooth 5.2 with codec support for AAC and SBC. So there is no high-res audio codecs with these. They do have environmental noise canceling for phone calls. Because of their form factor, obviously noise canceling is not with these. As far as battery life, you can get up 14 hours of playback time with standby time of up to 120 hours, which is phenomenal. As far as charging time, it takes about almost hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes to go from 0 to 100 as far as charge time. There is no wireless charging on these guys, and as far as fast charging, there was no mention of it in there when I did my research. But if there is a notion of it, I will leave it linked in the description, or I'll leave it pinned in the comments so you guys can see that. As far as water resistance, they are rated at IPX4. And when we talk special features, these guys have the 16 millimeter drivers, 16.2 millimeter extra large driver on, that helps with a bass boost algorithm as well. They have, excuse me, there's a nickel titanium memory alloy neckband, so we can do that. That's for the, listen at me. That's for the neckband there. So it's nice and durable. And you have dual mics for phone calls. All right. And of course, these guys have button controls and multi-point connectivity. So let's go ahead and dive into these. See what we got in the box. All right. Let's put that away for somebody to get hurt. And here we go. Get the plastic off. All right. Let's go ahead and get the box open. There we go. There we go. All right. Again, these are more of the outside the ear type of earbuds. Let's see what we got in here. We've got the earbuds here, or I guess the headset. Here we got the USB-A, the USB-C charging cable. So there is no case you can sit it on. You just plug it right into a USB-C cable. This one's relatively short, but we have plenty long ones here at RonOnTech, so we don't have to worry about that. We'll just put this back in the band, stow it away. All right, and let's see what else we got. We got the user's guide, which we will definitely hold on to, and I guess we got some information in here. Yes, We got information here on how to pair them, and it's like in different languages and stuff like that. All right, so basically this is what we got out of the box. So what we're gonna do is we get this cleaned up and we're gonna take a look at the RunFrees. Stay strapped in. All right, we're back in, and here we have the RunFrees. Let's go ahead and peel the plastic off. All right, let's get those out of the way. All right, there we go. All right, as you can see, it has a neck band, nice, flexible, real snap in. As you can see, we've got, these aren't touch controls because you have your touch controls here on the back side of it. Let me put that up closer. As you see here are your button controls. You got volume up, volume down, and you have your function button here in the center. Let me see if I can get that in focus for you guys. Okay, so there's only on one side, they're not on the left, they're only on the right side. Of course, you have your ear speakers that's downward firing into your ear canal rather. Let's get that in focus. There we go. As you can see there's your downward firing speaker. You got them both on the left and the right earbud. Very nice. Again, very simple design here. I'm liking the gloss with the matte. You've got the Soundpeats logo here. I'm sorry, let me get that in camera. I don't know if you guys can see it with the white reflecting, but there's the Soundpeats logo here on both sides. Yeah, I don't know if I can get that in focus there, but I don't know if you can see it with the lights glaring, but there are there. So let me go ahead and put this on, and I'm gonna show you how these guys look over when they're actually on in the ear or on the ear. All right, and here you are how they look on the ear. As you can see, you've got your speaker. It sits right on the ear. It doesn't go. It covers the ear well, or excuse me, the ear well there. So you'll get most of your sound. Theoretically, we're going to test that out. Should be pushed into the ear canal and so that way you can hear it. Again, your back portion here sits back. And of course you got your touch controls right behind it. That's on the right side. As far as the neck band, it was very comfortable. I have kind of a thick neck, so it didn't feel tight around it. That was one of the my main issues with previous versions of this style of headset, is that it just wrapped around, and it felt kind of tight around my neck. But again, like I said, I have a thick neck, so I'll probably run into that more than not. But again, very light when you have them in the ear or on the ear. And just a very comfortable fit and feel to them. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and continue with our testing on these, and then we'll do a sound test. Stay strapped in. All right, before we start the testing, what we're gonna do is we'll go ahead and get these paired up. We're gonna see how fast it is to get these guys paired up here. Let's see if we got some juice here. All right, I got the power on. Now they are in pairing mode. So let's go ahead and go into our Bluetooth functions. They should be scanning. Boom, there they are, immediately popping up. So a very fast pairing process. Let's go ahead and get them paired up. Yes. And all right, they are paired up. So a pretty fast pairing process from the start. I like that. Let's continue. All right, back in. We went ahead and got them paired earlier. Now we are in the app. So let's go ahead and walk through. Let me pull out my S Pen, aka stylus, aka pointer. All right, as you can see right here on the main screen, you've got the name of the earbuds, their battery percentage, picture of the earbuds. Of course, up here in the upper left, you got the 3 dashes where you can go in to your account. You can go to excuse me, upgrade firmware, messages, settings. You go in there, you can set language and everything. You got about, and you can log out of your account there. I can't believe I stammered like that. But anyway, down here below, as you can see, we are in the home page here. So if you go over to the left and go into the EQ settings, you can customize it. Of course, you got at the top, you got your volume levels here, the slider. You can do adaptive EQ if you'd like. And then we also have some presets, and we all know about Soundpeats presets here. You know, we've got the usuals, classic, bass boost, bass reduction, electronic, rock and roll, folk, treble enhancement, pop, and classical music. All right, and then of course you can go ahead and you can go ahead with their, what was that, their equalizer setup here, and you can go ahead and make that, go ahead and change that. You got an 8-band here, so you can go ahead and really fine tune them to your liking. We'll do that with the sound test later on. All right, and of course you have a gaming mode where you can turn this on. And if you're playing games, usually it's more for low latency. So if you're even watching videos or anything like that, you want to go ahead and have that on. That way you can, like I said, don't have to worry about latency. All right, now if we move over here at the bottom, this is of course shopping. So you can go ahead and you can shop for all of their earbuds that you want. If you're interested in that type of thing through Soundpeats, you want to try out other ones, you can definitely go ahead and do that directly through them. All right, again, a very quick excuse me, very fast walkthrough. Not a lot of frills and thrills with the app. I kind of like that when it comes, like the simplicity when it comes to that, things give you exactly what you need in order for the earbuds to function, and not a lot of frills and stuff. I like that. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and continue on with our testing, and then of course, like I said before, the sound test. So stay strapped in. All right, we are back in. What we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and do the touch control test. As you can see, I got my cheat sheet here all ready to go. So what we're going to do now is we'll go ahead and let me fold this over real quick, save some space here. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and jump into some music. All right, so what we're going to do, all right, we got music playing, we got audio coming out, that's nice. All right, so what we're going to do now is use the center menu button. So one press is to pause the audio. Let's go ahead and pull that up full screen so we can see. Or it will answer or end phone calls. So let's go ahead and try that. There we go. One press, it paused the audio. Let's go ahead and hit it again. And audio brings back. Now, if we hold it, if we do it double press, we'll get you your, either it'll allow you to make a call. I'm sorry, it'll either do a redial, that is, sorry. That'll be redial, or give you your voice assistant. So let's go ahead and do the double tap. What's the weather outside? All right, so that works. Now my music is back up, so that works. Now, if you do 3 times, it should give you gaming mode. 1, 2, 3. Now I got notified that gaming mode is optional, is on. And if you press and hold for 1.5 seconds, it will reject the call and send them the voicemail. All right. So now, if you use the volume plus earbud or a volume plus button, you can go ahead, you press and hold it. For press it once, it will increase volume, of course, but if you press and hold it for 1.5 seconds, it should skip to the next track. So let's go ahead and do that. One press, All right, the volume's going up. All right, so let's 1.5 seconds, see if what it does. All right, it moved on to the next song. All right, that's awesome. So now let's go ahead and do the volume minus button. Press it once, will lower the volume, of course. As you can see, it is lowering the volume. Now if we press and hold, it restarted the song. Let's press and hold again. It went back to the previous track. So all the functions work for the touch controls. Let's continue. All right, we are back in, and what we're going to test now is the multi-point functionality. So we already have it paired up to the S23 Ultra. As you can see here, it's already paired up. So we're going to go ahead and get these guys paired up to the our lovely guest, rather, the S8 Ultra, the Tab S8 Ultra, let's put it that way. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect these. All right, so now it's in pairing mode. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to S23 Ultra, S8 Ultra, and as you can see down here, let me get that in. It says the Soundpeats RunFree, so let's go ahead and get that paired up. All right, pairing on. All right, just got the notification that it's connected. Let's go back up to the top, and as you can see here, they are now connected to the tablet. So let's go ahead and put these, pop it in. So now they're connected to both devices. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and go into our some audio or some video. We'll go into one of my videos there. All right, so let's go into content here. We're going to pull up a video. Sure, let's do the IEMs. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Let's get that all ready. All right, so now we'll go ahead. We're gonna start off with the tab, the S23 Ultra. Let's go and get audio playing from there. All right, we got audio playing out of there. Let's pause that. Let's go over to the Tab S8 Ultra. All right, we got audio playing out of that as well. So multi-point does work. So this is what we want to do next is we're going to see what happens if you try to transition from one device to the other. Will it pause your previous device and then move you over to the new device? Let's go ahead and start here. All right, now let's go ahead and hit the phone. So no, it does not do it. So you do have to pause your first device. And now I got audio playing out of the second device. Okay, so there we have it there. But multi-point does work, which is a great feature to have. It just doesn't have the audio switching function, which hopefully will come with a firmware update. Let's continue.
This is a mic test with the Soundpeats RunFree headset in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Soundpeats RunFree headset in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Soundpeats RunFree headset in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Soundpeats RunFree headset in a crowded location.
All right, we are out back in my backyard. As you can hear, we got the air conditioning unit going on here. We got a couple other ones going on from my neighbors. We got the airplanes coming in for landing. We got traffic. We got kids playing. Great test bed to see exactly how loud I have to have this headset in order to be able to listen to my music and yet still hear the surroundings. So what we're going to do now is we'll go ahead and put some music on. Let me go ahead and pull that up. All right, we got Run DMC. We're gonna start that off. And right now we're gonna go at 50%. We're gonna start there. I don't know if you can see let me go show that again. As you can see there, we have 50% volume, probably disappeared on there. So we're gonna go ahead and hit play. Sorry about that. Ran into a little bit of an issue with my battery, had to go and switch that out. But like I was saying, we are at 50% volume. Still got all my ambient sound with the wind. So let's go ahead and hit play. All right, with everything going on, I still hear it a little bit. So let's go ahead and turn it up a little bit more. We are now at 65% volume. So it's got a little louder. I can still hear it pretty good. Even despite the fact that my air conditioning is right next to me and is going on, I can still hear everything else going on around me. So let's go ahead and turn it up a little bit more. All right, so I think we're at about 70%. Let me go ahead and, we're at 70% volume. Still getting good sound, and I can still hear my surroundings. All right, so let's go ahead and turn up a little more. All right, again, nothing's being drowned out, but I think this is a really good spot. In my opinion, if you want to be able to hear what's going on and still get a really good sound with these. Again, I have done no modifications to the equalizer, so that may also take effect on that as well. So changing that may increase or decrease the overall volume of these this headset. I don't know why I want to call it the earbuds, because these are a headset. So when we do that, I'll come back and we'll revisit it, this setting here, and see how it sounds once I do the EQ. But as far as I'm concerned, at about 65, between 65 and 75, you should be good being able to hear things, especially when you got things as loud as an air conditioning unit and planes landing and stuff like that, and you still have these open ear earbuds. That's a great sound, setting rather. Let's continue. All right, we are back in. Right now we're gonna do is the gaming mode. All right, have it turned on, initiate. We're gonna see how its sound goes. So here we go. So far, it just seems like I'm just playing. I'm sorry. Sounds like the audio does sound like very good sound. Let's go ahead and get some boost here. All right, we playing. Here we go. Woo! All right. So the sound does seem to, the audio rather, and the sound, audio from the tablet is definitely in sync with the. Let me pause this. All right, the audio from the game with the headset is in sync. We want to try one more thing. Let's go back in to one of my videos here. Let's go ahead and close this out. All right, let's go ahead and back in and play this one. All right, so we're going to follow up the lip syncing. Let's try that. All right, so far looks like the lip sync is perfect. Everything seems to be working just fine. No lag in between the two. So gaming mode does work pretty good, actually perfect when it comes to audio from watching videos and playing games. Let's continue. All right, what we're going to do right now is we're going to perform an audio leakage test. So what we're going to do now is we got my microphone right here. What we're going to do, what I'm going to do rather, is I'm going to have this pointing at the earbud here on my left, and we're going to go ahead and test and see how far out, how bad the leakage is, depending on how far away from the earbud that you are. Meaning to see how much audio will be leaked out if someone will say standing around you, if you're like on a bus, subway, you know, out in public, basically, in a line at this grocery store or something like that, and you have your audio playing. Exactly how loud will it need to be before someone could actually hear what you're listening to. All right, so right now we got Run DMC up. They're going to be our test subjects for this one. So right now we're going to go ahead and play on this. Actually, we're going to turn this down to 50% first. Let's get down there. All right, now we're at 50%. So we're going to hit play. All right, so now the audio is playing. I'm putting the earbud, well, the microphone is at my ear. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but this is how it is at 50%. Now we're gonna go out to about shoulder length, and this is how it sounds at 50%. All right, so now we're gonna go out to arm's length. The mic is pointing back at the side of my face here, where the earbud is, but this is what you hear at 50%. At arm's length. All right, so what we're gonna do is we'll pause that. We're gonna bring it back in to shoulder length. All right, so if you're standing shoulder to shoulder with somebody, we're gonna go ahead and turn this up to 65%. All right, and this is what you hear at 65% if someone was standing shoulder to shoulder with you. All right. This is the leakage that you're getting. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go out to arm's length again. All right, now this is the leakage that you're getting when it comes to when you're listening to music at 65%. All right, now let's go ahead and pause that. And now we're going to come back to shoulder length. And we're going to turn it up. Whoops. We're going to turn it up to, we'll say about 75, maybe 80%. Here we go. Shoulder length now. All right, now we're going to go out to arm's length. And this is the leakage that you're getting. All right. Let's go ahead and pause that. Now we're going to bring it back to shoulder length. My shoulders is getting a workout here, but we need to know this. All right. So we'll move this up back to shoulder length. And we're going to go ahead and max it all the way out this time. All right. So now at shoulder length, this is what you hear. Well, this is what someone else would hear. All right. Now this is at shoulder length. Now let's go out to arm's length. All right. This is what you hear at arm's length. All right, so that is a test of leakage coming out of the RunFrees. If you're in a public setting, again, like if you're in a confined area, say like I said, like a subway, car, or if you're on a bus or something like that, where you're confined and you're in close quarters with people, they would be able to hear, this is what they would hear at certain volume levels when it comes to your audio when wearing these earbuds. All right, let's continue. All right, we're back in. What we're gonna do now is the sound test. I went ahead and queued up the music, but put it in a pop-up screen. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get the music we'll start the music, and then we're gonna go through all of the presets. And then we're going to jump in and check out my personalized settings for this headset. All right, so what we'll do is we'll make sure we have our proper listening level. We're which we are there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with old money. Let's see what's going on with my low quality. Let's change this quality here. There, get that back to high. All right, we'll deal with that later. All right, we got it back to where it had it at high. I don't know what happened there, but a lot of people are going to sit there and say, well, you should have it at max. Maybe later on, but right now, I'm not in a position to be paying for that right now. But anyway, I digress. Let's go ahead and jump into our song and go through the sound settings. All right, here we go. All right, right now we're in Soundpeats Classic. All right, nice sound there. Very clean. I'm liking the vocals. Let's go ahead and switch over to bass boost. All right, now you can definitely tell it went down a little bit as far as the mids and highs. Got a little bit more bass in it. And here comes with the. Now this is a good one for nice sound with the background instruments in these with this setting. Let's go ahead and go to bass reduction. And immediately the bass was taken completely out. And you can definitely tell the difference. Let's go with electric. All right, now the mids and highs got turned up a little bit. The bass has returned slightly. All right, let's go with rock and roll. You really can't tell there's a slight difference between electronic and rock and roll, but you really can't tell. But let's folk. Now it sounds a little bit more muted now, a little more muffled in the folk setting. Let's go to treble enhancement, sorry. Wow, where'd I get that at? All right, again, the mids and highs are pushed up, the bass, the lows turned down. Let's go to pop. Again, it will give you that, the treble enhancement, but you get this kind of a muffled sound. Let's go to classic music. Again, everything seems to be turned down when it comes to this one. All right. So let's go ahead and try my personalized settings. Excuse me. And this is what that looks like. All right, got that V shape. And now it just seems like everything is, it seems like everything is well blended. You got the nice clear vocals, you got the good sub bass. All right, we're gonna pause that. It sound really, I think that was it gave you more of a balance when it came to my personalized settings as opposed to what we got going through the presets. So let's go ahead and get to our next song, which is You and That. We're gonna pause this quick. All right, so let's go ahead and minimize, whoops, wrong one. Let's go ahead and minimize this for just a second, because we wanna get back to the presets. All right, we'll make sure that we are on the presets. All right, we're there. So now we're back in the presets. Let's go. All right, again, we're in just the classic Soundpeats. It could be louder, in my opinion. It's still trying to give you a little bit of bass. But it's okay. Let's go ahead and go to the bass boost. Now it looks like there seems like they're pushing the bass up in front of the ahead of the vocals, so there's no balance there. All right, let's go to bass reduction. Again, bass completely wiped out. Just mids and highs, what it sounds like to me. Let's go to electronic. Again, mids and highs are up. The bass has been returned slightly. All right, let's go to rock and roll. Again, very slight difference between those two. Folk, now again, everything is died down. There's treble enhancement. Now again, the mids and highs are pushed up, bass turned down. Let's go to pop. Again, same thing as treble enhancement, but sounds a little bit muffled. All right, let's go to classic. Again, just seems like everything just gets turned down with these presets. Let's go ahead and go into my personal setting. Whoops, select it first. All right, now again, you got a nice balance here. Now, but you know, of course, with open ear, you're not getting that bass hit like you would like, as if you had like your basic earbuds or IEMs. But it's a good sound, though. It's still a good sound. All right, still a very good sound. So what we want to do now is let's go back and see if we can. We're gonna select presets. All right, we're back in there. So now we're gonna go ahead and jump into our final song. Going home. Here we go. All right, again, we're in. Let's go back to. All right, now we're in Sound Classic or Soundpeats Classic. It's a nice balanced sound when you come to this song. Not, you know, bass is not as there, but it's still a nice sound. Let's go to bass boost. Excuse me. All right, now it seems like everything seems to be got a little warmer. Bass is turned up. Here's a high note. Oh, I just love that high note. But again, very clear. But it seems like bass enhancement here, bass boost rather, gives it a little bit more body on this one. Let's go to bass reduction. Again, completely wiped out. It's amazing. It just cuts bass completely out. And all you got is mids and highs. Let's go to electronic. All right, it turned up the mids and highs, gave you a little bit more bass. Okay, let's go to rock and roll. Again, very slight difference. All right, let's go to folk. Again, it's like you got rock and roll, but then you muffled it a little bit. Muffled actually a lot in this song. Sounds like it's been like muffled. It's like you got like a blanket covering a speaker. That's what it gives me that. All right, let's go to a treble enhancement. All right, now it gives you. Now, if we had this and bass boost together, I think we have a great sound. All right, if they had a setting where you combine these two, I think you have your home run there. Let's go to pop. Again, bass turned down. But in this song, the mids and highs seem to be turned up a little bit, but it's a good sound for this song. All right, let's go to classical. Now it seems like again, that speaker in the blanket feel, kind of muffled. All right, let's go ahead and jump into my personal setting. All right, let me go back in. Let me close that out. Again, very clean sound. Got the bass turned up, mids, the highs turned up. I'm getting a good balance here. I just wish that we had, I mean, you could turn it up, it'll be a lot brighter and it'll sound exactly what you want. See, I turned it up one notch and it's perfect right here. I just wish that these guys had a natural volume, like their natural volume was a little louder. I could appreciate it. But again, these guys, these are great for the gym. These are great for running. But they just sound really good when it comes to my personal settings. And then, of course, You got to do some real fine tuning with these guys. All right. I know I'm kind of jumping ahead here, and I apologize. But I mean, like I said, you know what, it's a great, they have a great sound for the headset that they are, their form factor. So what we're going to do now is I'm gonna stop right now because I'm kind of meshing two things at once, and I don't want to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and get this cleaned up, and we're going to jump right into my final thoughts so I can continue my thought on this headset, the Soundpeats RunFree. Stay strapped in. All right, we are back in with my final thoughts on the Soundpeats RunFree headset, Bluetooth headset, open ear headset. All right, and to be honest with you, I do get good sound out of them. As for what their form factor. Okay, I wish that they naturally had a little louder volume. Natural volume, that is. I know, you have these out when you're running this stuff, and the whole idea of them is to be able to mind your surroundings while you're enjoying your audio. But I just, sometimes I've had them outside, and outside of doing, my sound test, I did take a walk with them, and depending on the level of sound, wherever I was at, it kind of, you had to turn it up, turn it, that type of deal. But I think that comes par for the course with this type of headset. These things are great for runners, great for bikers, great for anybody who's doing like outdoor exercising, or maybe even outdoor work outside of, a lawnmower or something like that. Like if you're out in your yard, you're gardening, you're doing, you're planting flowers, you're doing stuff like that. These are great for that. Now, if you're doing landscaping where you got mowers and weed whackers and the blowers out, these aren't for you, because those will definitely drown these guys out and you won't hear a thing. Excuse me. But if you, like I said, if you're out doing some good jogging and stuff like that, nice walk or anything, these are great for that. Even in the gym, these are good for in the gym as well. You can rock these at the, when you're lifting or on the treadmill or anything like that. These are good for those as well. That way you can hear if anything's going on around you while you're working out. Now, like I said, the only downside I can think of these is I just wish they had a little louder natural volume. Other than that, they're great for what they are. Of course, you're not going to get the heavy bass hit because they do not seal in your ear. But you do get that thump. Now, I did find when I did my personal settings, when I had the personalized EQ settings, they did sound good. I just wish they were a little bit louder naturally. I didn't want to turn them all the way up to 100 in order to get that desired sound. And again, if Soundpeats had a preset that would put the bass boost and treble enhancement together, I believe with these headsets and these open ear style of headset, I think they would have a winner there. In my personal opinion, I just by doing this test and doing other tests that with Soundpeats, other open ear earbuds, the RunFree lights, I thought if they had a combination of them, some way make that a preset where you got that combination, that I think that would be perfect for this style, this form factor. Again, very nice. I like it. Again, for all the gym rats and everybody like that, these are for you if you're looking for something that you want to be able to hear, hear your surroundings and everything like that, and still be able to get your audio. These are definitely for you. All right. Again, if you are in that camp, go ahead and give these guys a try. See if you like them. I'd like to hear from you guys in the comments. Let me know what you think of these. All right. Again, this has been the unboxing. But before I do that, before I sign off, again, let me give a huge shout out to Soundpeats for supplying these for an honest review. I really appreciate it, guys. I wish we can continue working together in the future. Again, all right. Now, let me sign off. This has been an unboxing video for the Soundpeats RunFree earbuds. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to join me on this journey as I continue to do unboxings like this, Gauntlet series episodes, head-to-heads, sound tests, you name it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. And if you appreciate the work I do here, go ahead and hit the thanks button. All of that all that helps the channel and allows me to continue to bring things like this and other products into the channel, bring them into the fold so I can shine light on them, both the most popular and some of the least popular devices out there. I like to keep it keep it nice and broad, so even this little guy gets a little shine here on RonOnTech. Again, I'd like to thank you guys for coming out, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.